Welcome to our channel. Today we're talking about the immune system's hypersensitivity reactions. That's a fancy way of saying times when the immune system overreacts and ends up hurting us instead of helping. Let's dive into the 4 types of hypersensitivity reaction. Type 1. Immediate hypersensitivity. Type 1 is called immediate hypersensitivity, and it's what happens in classic allergies. Imagine your immune system as a guard dog that gets a little too excited when it sees a harmless intruder, like pollen. The immune system releases a type of antibody called IgE. These antibodies bind to cells that release histamine, the chemical that makes you sneeze, itch, and sometimes even swell up. Type 1 reactions happen super fast, within minutes of exposure to things like pollen, pet dander, or certain foods. In severe cases, it can even cause anaphylaxis, a life-threatening reaction. Type 2 Cytotoxic hypersensitivity. Type 2 or cytotoxic hypersensitivity happens when antibodies target the body's own cells by mistake. This can happen if, say, someone gets the wrong blood type in a transfusion. The immune system's antibodies go into attack mode, mistaking these cells as enemies. In type 2, the body's antibodies destroy its own cells, which can cause serious damage. Conditions like autoimmune hemolytic anemia or Graves' disease are examples of this kind of hypersensitivity reaction. Type 3. Immune complex-mediated hypersensitivity. In type 3 reactions, we get these immune complexes, which are clumps of antibodies stuck to antigens. Think of it like little trash bundles floating around in the bloodstream. Normally, the immune system clears them out, but sometimes they get stuck in places like blood vessels or organs. When these immune complexes settle in the tissues, they trigger an immune response that damages the surrounding areas. Examples include autoimmune diseases like lupus and rheumatoid arthritis. Type 4, delayed type hypersensitivity. And finally, we have type 4, or delayed type hypersensitivity. This one's a little different because it doesn't involve antibodies, it's driven by T cells. It's called delayed because it takes about 24 to 72 hours to kick in after exposure. Type IV reactions include things like contact dermatitis from poison ivy, metal allergies, or the reaction from a TB skin test. It's a slow but strong immune response that takes a bit of time to develop, but once it does, it's all about inflammation. Comparison of hypersensitivity reactions. Type 1 anaphylactic immediate. This type is IgE-mediated, where IgE binds to IgE-sensitized mast cells, leading to the release of histamine. Examples include bee stings, hay fever, and asthma. Type 2 antibody-dependent cytotoxicity. In this mechanism, antibodies attach to cells bearing the corresponding antigen, resulting in cell death. Examples include transfusion reactions, autoimmune hemolytic anemia, Hashimoto's thyroiditis, and Goodpasture syndrome. Type 3 immune complex. This type involves the formation of large immune complexes that are not effectively cleared by the mononuclear phagocytic system. Examples include rheumatoid arthritis RA, systemic lupus erythematosus CLA, and serum sickness. Type 4 delayed. This type occurs when sensitized T cells release interleukins, leading to monocyte and lymphocyte infiltration. It typically takes more than 12 hours to develop. Examples include contact dermatitis from poison ivy or chemicals, tuberculosis TB, leprosy and graft versus host disease GVHD. So, those are the 4 types of hypersensitivity reactions. Each one shows us a different way the immune system can overreact, from allergies to autoimmune diseases. Understanding these can help doctors diagnose and treat conditions more effectively. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more science topics.